most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sports. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Trojans will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the UCLA Bruins offense will take the first swing of the game. The battle for Los Angeles, 2 spectacular uniforms, awesome backdrop, and the battle for the victory bell, guys.
I was going to say, Reese, aesthetically, this is one of my favorite games of the year. I love when both schools wear their home unis, and they're traditional. They haven't changed very much over the years. This game's just fun to watch in every sense of the word.
Fun for the fans, too, because they don't have to go anywhere. And you know what else is always cool? You tune in this game late in the season, what do you get? Great weather, too. I mean, it makes me jealous every year watching this football.
Now the play fake. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, you know, one thing you know, Jesse, is the...
And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Back to throw, it's Williamson. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Trojans!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Quick handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool, and the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool, it's fun to find out about, and these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really...
The expressway is wide open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact, so it's okay for him to make catches.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins. Ready to try the point after.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Williamson. He's looking deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, USC. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heisman's.
It's complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Give him 6. Touchdown, Trojans. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Davis will throw. Fires left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll pull it down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Escapes trouble. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and
touchdown Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
And there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
They'll run the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Bruins will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. And he breaks into the open. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Now from inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Quarterback extends the play. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. That's caught. It's Harris. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. USC 31, UCLA 7. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he's coming out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They on the ground. Touchdown, UCLA! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. And that pass is intercepted. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. Line gets set, first down. Hands it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Second and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that...
Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, this guy's a backup maybe for a reason, because on his first carry of the game, he puts the ball on the ground. If you don't have ball security, your coaching staff doesn't trust you to get it done.
Give to the running back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. The Trojans dominated this matchup last year and took home the victory bell in a blowout.
Yeah, and they were just having fun during that blowout of their cross-city rival last year. David, you could just see it on the faces of the Trojan players, having fun pummeling UCLA last season.
Yeah, and I can tell you what, as a player in rivalry games, you also don't remember how much fun they had. All the celebrations, you remember all of that. Every day of...
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Receivers telling the quarterbacks what they see. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Trojans. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Never thought about taking a knee. Here he comes. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Davis looking to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Got the back over the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
On second down, wants to throw it. He's got it. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Caught near the sticks. It's Korea. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. He wants to pass it on second down. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It's complete to the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. Trying to get to it. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Lets it fly. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bruins.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Looking downfield, it's Williamson. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Fires to the middle. He's got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Rifles it down the middle. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, USC. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. And what a terrible play. You just can't run back into the end zone like that, and it's going to be a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
Return is brought down at the 39. And your UCLA Bruins.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets it out quickly. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. They'll run it from the gun. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Feeling some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion brings us to second and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Davis will throw. It's caught. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quickly complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Slams it ahead. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And, guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
To the ground. He's got it again.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
To the ground with the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Bringing it back. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They move to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Davis looking to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Leaves it with the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quarterback keeper. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Trojans have this offense rolling. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what
He's off to the races. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Jones. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Touchdown, Trojans! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. USC stretches out that lead, and not too far in the distance, they're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in L.A.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute, and right now they're getting ready to chant "Fight on" at the end of this game.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's looking to throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. Davis will throw. Getting some heat. Slides away. He breaks a tackle. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Going up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. A lot of urgency for this offense. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. And now on second down for this offense. Davis looking to pass. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bruins.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like,